Hi, Advanced Accounting. In the Master's program, in this video, I am going to be going over how to compute goodwill. All right, so the problem that I'm going to go over is out of your textbook, and here's the problem. On June 1st, Kleinco paid $800,000 cash for all of the issued and outstanding common stock of Reno Corp. You always want to stop who's buying who. All right, so Kleinco is buying Reno Co, and they paid $800,000. Okay, I started the problem on the board. The carrying amounts of Reno's assets and liabilities on June 1st follow. It also tells you in a blurb down below, on June 1st, Rene's accounts receivable had a fair value of $140. We always use the fair value. Additionally, Rene's in-process research and development was estimated to have a fair value of $200,000. Very important. It says that it's in process. If it just says research and development and it's not in process, you will expense that. Because it said it's in process, you will treat that as an asset. All other items were stated at their fair values on client's June 1st consolidated balance sheet. This is an example of a problem that is related to a consolidation. You will learn different types of problems. You'll learn a problem that is a purchase of another company and the other company is going out of business. It will no longer exist. This is an example of a company being purchased, but that company will still be in existence. Okay? So you're going to consolidate this information. All right, so the first thing that I look at is the balance sheet. So let me go to the board. Here is the balance sheet they gave you. Okay, I'm going to stop right now and I'm going to cross this off. Never include existing goodwill. So this company had existing goodwill. No, never include it. So immediately cross that off so you do not include it. All right, so now I go back to the problem, and what I'm trying to determine is goodwill in this video. So I go back to the problem and I look, all right, so cash hasn't changed. Cash is exactly the same as fair value. So when I'm figuring out goodwill, I will include that amount. Accounts receivable. Accounts receivable did change. What are they saying it's worth? They are saying it's worth $140,000. So I cross that off. I will include the fair value, not the book value. Next, I go to capitalized software. All right, hasn't changed, $320. Okay, all right, but now I look down and I look to see if they had an asset that was not on the books. And they do. It says Ren's in process R&D. R&D in this case, R&D is an asset because it's in process. So it tells me that R&D is worth $200,000. Remember, I already crossed off that goodwill. I will not include that. That is existing goodwill. Then I look at liabilities. Now be very careful when you do these problems. Make sure the fair market value hasn't changed compared to the book value. I look, it has not changed. So I will include the liabilities as is. Don't forget to show that in parentheses. Liabilities, we all know, is a credit. That will subtract from my assets. So I add this down, and that equals $680,000. Okay? What is that? That is the net assets. It includes the fair market value. All right, now I'm almost ready. I'm going to take the purchase price and I will subtract the net assets. So the purchase price, I go back to the beginning, here it is, 800,000. And I will subtract out the net assets, 680,000. And that will equal my goodwill. My goodwill amount for this problem is 120,000. Okay? When you work in Connect, you'll have a different problem. All right, I'll see you soon for the next problems.